Hello, everybody. Welcome to Tadaima, Terrace House podcast, your weekly companion to your favorite show on Netflix. I am Robert Scarpanito, and I am joined here by Daily Wilhelm.
Konbanwa.
Oh, God, no. And Jack Cepeda.
Hi.
And Colin Sparling.
But you're Japanese!
Okay, Daily, I think we need to address this now. That accent stays in the pre-roll. It does not continue.
Why not talk Terrace House in Sermit accent?
Oh my god. Doku desu ka.
God, no, please.
You guys are committing an internet crime so vastly illegal right now.
I think I peaked on my levels.
Oh,
Okay.
no, I'm so
Okay.
scared. Good. Thank
I'll
God
put
you
it away
young Yeti
for
ate that.
now.
Good.
Are you guys ready to talk boys and girls?
Yeah, we're talking about boys and girls,
girls.
not in the city or next door. We are talking about our favorite, our best boys, our best girls, our best 6 people in Terrace House opening you doors.
You know, boys and girls in the blank is not a very good naming convention.
Boys and
it's
girls in the blank?
It's straightforward.
Oh my.
Hold on, let's clarify here, okay? Are we picking like waifus and husbandos? Is that what's happening here?
Interpret it as you will.
Okay.
I like the way you said husbandos. Like it's a cereal. Husbandos.
Husbandos.
right next to the Lucios.
Counts part of everyday breakfast.
Is your husband gone on a business trip for a couple weeks? Fill the void with husbandos.
From the makers of Bootios.
Oh man. Yowza.
There's a milk joke somewhere in there, but I'm not going to make it.
Don't touch that one.
Yo, this
Anyway.
fucking...
So to recap, of course, if you haven't seen all of Opening You Doors, 1, do that. 2, listen to pretty much all of this podcast because we covered all Opening You Doors to an extent. Because now we're talking about things holistically. We're looking back. We're reflecting on the season. In this 49 episode season, we got 10 boys and 9 girls. Some of them memorable, some of them perhaps not so much. And we're just going to talk about which ones we liked more than the others. And I think let's kick things off with starting about the girls in the house. Does anyone have a favorite girl they want to toss in first?
I do.
Oh, no.
Dude. So like when I think girls in Terrace House, of course, I think synonymous with girl in Terrace House, it has to be Seina. Seina-san is the living fucking legend of Terrace House at this point. I remember when she came into the house and I mocked, I was Tokui. Like Tokui's face where he had his mouth wide open to the side. He's like, oh, Seina-san! Yeah, I was so excited when she came into the house. And just the visual panic on the other 2 girls' face was so fucking priceless.
I remember, they were like Tsubasa was
Yeah, it was
panicked,
Tsubasa
right?
and
And it
Ami.
was Ami, right? Yeah.
Yeah, they took
were like,
us sprinting to the girls' room. They're like, oh shit, we need to make fucking way for Seina.
Make
had no
way
idea how to
for
deal.
Cena.
She arrived with a big bang. Yeah, she was there to make a splash, really.
She brought
Yeah.
like a thing of flowers and
Hagumi.
wine.
She brought wine, yep.
She started doing that thing where she starts aerating the glass by holding it 90 degrees.
Oh, that's not even a thing. It's so I forgot how annoying that is.
Like the only thing that Zach knows about Terrace House is like that one girl that drinks a lot. And I'm like, yep, Sena.
Yeah, that's
Yep,
Seina.
That's exactly
Say
it.
no more.
Yeah,
I get it.
But Seina on Opening New Doors, she had a really good run where like I was like, she might be my favorite character in the house right now, my favorite cast member. And it's because there was a long era where she was very straight shooting and she was the person just like airing everyone. Like, listen, he's like, I'm not gonna be around the bush. Like, this is what's going on. Like, why the fuck are you talking to this person? Or like, why are you saying shit about Ami or blah blah blah? Like, she was the one calling people out on their shit.
She would take people to task, and I think she was like looking out too for the
Definitely.
welfare of especially the females. I have that impression. She wasn't looking to do no wrong, do no harm necessarily.
Yeah, she won my trust the moment she was like, when Shion was like, oh, we should go out to eat sometime, and she's like, No, I was about to get in trouble with Tsubasa there. Because it's like, how can you not love Tsubasa? Like, everyone, especially her, I feel like was brought into Tsubasa's thrall.
Yeah. No, I would say my vote here is for Tsubasa-chan. And
Tsubasa, okay.
yeah,
She's like a close second for me.
She was just for me. I just loved every interaction. Every time she's on screen, I don't know, something about her. She was unique also in the history of Terrace House, right? As they were saying, right, she's the most natural girl to ever be there. Oh wow, she's so normal or whatever the term was. But I don't know. I just thought she kicked ass playing hockey. I'm a big hockey fan personally. I've played ice hockey before in my life, and so I had that kind of in common with her, and so I know what that's like to try and lead a team to a championship. And I don't know, I just loved watching her play, and I thought she was generally very honest, very sincere. She just seemed like a real person, and there wasn't any fake bullshit about her. She wasn't there with any agenda whatsoever. She was just there to kind of live her life, have fun, play hockey, and bring attention to the sport is kind of what I got from her. So good.
I was going to say, like, the thing that I liked most about Tsubasa was I think she felt the most rooted in reality. She felt like the most, like, I felt most in touch with her as a person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I could easily see myself being, like, friends with, like, really good friends with her.
Right. She wasn't just another model.
Yeah, I want to actually point that out. She is one of 3 girls in the whole season that isn't a model. That is a 33% rate of not models.
6 out of 9 were models?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What?
And so that's the thing. It also depends on how you see Aya, because Aya kind of became like an Instagram influencer, which is like model adjacent.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from with that. I kind of put her in that, in that influencer role. So I agree with that assessment. I don't want to skip Sana too much here. What does anyone else want to say anything about her before we move on? Because I have something to say about
you have a confused look on your face. What's up?
Oh, I just about, like, everyone's a model? Like, that's a lot. That's a lot in there.
Yeah,
because that's something I kind of wanted out of my Terrace House experience was getting to know, like, a lot of different people in different career paths. Like, I think that was one of the most interesting things, like getting to know, like, Shohei and, like, him in kind of an up and coming band versus, like, Masao in, like, a well-established band. So yeah, I think we've talked about that before, how it was getting kind of, like, tedious being like, here's another model. This is what they're doing at their model job, which isn't to say that it's not a hard job, but
Right.
I liked the diversity that we got out of Tsubasa. But I also felt like Sana, like, her time was kind of the start of more female diversity in opening new doors, because everyone had been kind of, like, quieter and not as prone to confrontation up until Sana showed up. And then we got a triple threat immediately following that with Mayu, Yui, and Aya.
Sana is one of those people, and there aren't a lot of them in all of Terrace House on international Netflix, but she's one of those people that I wish I liked more, because a lot of people like her, and I don't know what it is exactly. I just can't. Maybe it's like the underhanded way she went about getting Noah. I don't know what it is, but maybe it's the way she swirls the wine weird that bugs me. Maybe it's a combination of everything, but I cannot bring myself to like her that much. But she does bring excitement to the house, give her credit, and she is honest, she, for the most part, but just something about her, I don't know, just like grates at at me. So
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if I'd get along with her in the house, but then again, I don't really know her that well.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm not saying like I would get along with her as a person, but the lens in which I'm viewing it is, I think she probably entertained me the most out of most of the girls. Like, in terms of watching her on screen and the stuff that she does and the stuff that happened with her. Like, it's some of the more entertaining stuff in the house.
Dude, some of the most cringy moments too with Shohei. We'll get there, but we've already touched on that ad nauseum. But when we're talking about the person that contributed the most moments, present to you Exhibit B here, Yui.
Yeah.
I present to the court.
I was going to say, I don't really remember many moments with Sana, only because I feel like she was gone from the house for so long. Like, she joined the house, but She was always busy. I feel like she was never
she was
really
out of the
there.
house.
Yeah, I guess
and
that's a
even
fair point.
sleeping
Yeah.
in.
And even in the scene she was there, she was just drinking. Like she didn't like. There were a lot of scenes I can
Hungover.
think of where she was literally just drinking. Not a word came out of her mouth except for maybe like "kampai," right? Like I don't know. Maybe it's me, but I just feel she didn't do anything.
So
That's
are you
true.
are
That's
you
true.
saying, Robert, that you like her or you don't like her? Say
I don't like Santa now.
Yeah.
And granted, I don't have that context of her origin story back in Boys and Girls Next Door, right? But it was just, to me, I don't think she did much this season.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think partially what it is because so many different groups of members in the house feel like almost different eras in a way. So the way I think about them is my brain almost kind of partitions off like certain eras of the house. So like Yui just like feels like completely different from Yui I don't even associate with Santa in some odd way. I guess I don't know, like all the drama that happened.
But they
Anyway.
did both go after the same man,
Yes, they did.
same boy, Noah. But yeah, to bring it back to Yui, Jack, are you saying she's one of your best girls?
Man, I don't know what we mean by best because I have two different definitions. Like, there's a definition I have, like, okay, who would I actually be friends with? Who would I chill with? Who would I want to go to the movies and get lunch with? Something like that. And then who am I so grateful was in the house to entertain me, right? To provide those crazy moments. So for me, I would want to be BFFs with Tsubasa, duh. And then my favorite like moments had to do with Yui easily, and then also Mayu. And she was there for such a short time. But if we like compare it to someone even like Mizuki, who was maybe there, maybe they're even a little bit longer than Mayu. But Mizuki didn't do almost nothing. Like she was kind of a waste of space, for the
Wow,
time she was
that's
there.
mean.
Ouch.
I mean, she didn't
You're
do
a
nothing.
waste of space.
She didn't do nothing. Is all I'm saying. I defend my statement.
Yeah,
but
because she's the one who had the Korean boyfriend, right?
yeah, she just hooked up with an old flame and then kind of got dumped.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad, honestly. But Mayu, man, had some of the
Man.
best moments and
Yeah.
the best lines. Oh, I'm so grateful she was there that season.
Yeah, honestly, Mayu is one of my favorites in a weird way. I think
Oh yeah.
only because I think she seems like a person who had a lot to learn, and I feel like Terrace House was the perfect place for her to have learned those things.
Yes.
Hopefully, I hope so.
And
I hope she grew from that.
I do feel like she absorbed it, like especially toward the end there. Like she started out kind of like almost in a way that I would describe as like manic, because she like fell in love with Shion within like 2 days and then got her heart broken within 2 days because she figured out, oh no, he's going with Tsubasa, and then immediately moved on. And in between there was like the talk that she had with Taka and everything with Noah, that entire experience. And I think especially watching that played back on like television, like national television, I think that's gonna sink in even more about
Definitely.
her behavior.
I think what Mayu took away from the house was like, this is your brain on love, and it's just like the eggs in the fucking skillet mashed all. Like,
Yeah, the whole kitchen's destroyed by the end.
right.
Yeah, I think Mayu just came off a little too thirsty, But
Yikes.
I admire her chutzpah and her almost blissfully ignorant confidence in herself and her assets.
Her moxie. You admire her assets. Way to go. Thanks
I
for
mean,
that.
that's the thing, is that I did come in, like, even I expected her to have, I guess, more power given to her because of her assets, because that's even the way they kind of set it up, like the way that everyone was talking about her
Yeah.
as soon as she came in and like stalking through her Instagram, and it's like, wow, she's got some weight up top in the
mean,
chest area to throw around.
Should I zoom?
Yeah, can
Should
I zoom?
Can I zoom in?
Can I zoom?
And keep in mind too, like the guys, especially the younger guys, Shion and everyone included, surprised the panel, right? They had to like take the deep bow and apologize, like, sorry, we misjudged you. I guess the power of Oppa isn't quite as strong.
Oppa.
Oppa is
A
quite as
Korean
strong.
big brother.
Oppa.
Opa.
Which Oppa is this?
Oppa Gangnam Style. No,
Exactly.
Oh my god.
So yeah, and that was a surprise to everyone. Definitely to me. I was expecting her again to have a little more clout in the house, considering her career, considering what her Instagram posts were looking like, and that just goes to show, like, you got to be sincere, because if people can't trust you, then it doesn't matter how attractive you are, they're not going to be attracted to you even on a personality level.
It was another thing that made me believe in the Terrace House formula, because it wasn't just the most attractive girl wins. It's like it's not a beauty contest. It has a lot to do with getting along with people in a shared house.
Yeah, for sure. Did you want to circle back to Yui, Jack? Because I wanted to bring up my girl, but I don't want to.
Oh yeah, we kind of drifted off with Yui, but I mean,
we're bouncing. This is a fast and loose podcast here. We're bouncing all over the place. It's fine. Yui, I'm just saying, for moments. I mean, how many times have we brought her up though? I'm glad she was in the house. I think she might have overstayed her welcome for sure, especially towards the end there. Yeah. I mean, we need. I was really hoping for a little bit more mature discourse than fucking. Minion socks. Like, come on, is this what we're reduced to? So I guess that was when it was starting to wear thin. But in terms of everything else before that, I just thought she was just rife with moments that I'll never forget.
Yeah, to be fair, and I might just I probably just end up conceding to Yui instead of going with Sana, if I'm being honest. And I know I'm totally like bandwagoning right now, but it's not. But yeah, I'm being wishy-washy, but the thing of it is, though,
it's the old Sparling flop.
It's the Sparling flop. What?
Mm-hmm. I'm just kidding.
It's his finishing move in WWE.
Gross.
Oh my god, that sounds like something that like me as a 10-year-old would scream before I jumped in a pool somewhere.
Sparling flop.
Sparling flop.
Yeah, exactly. No, I mean, because she was basically at the center of what will go down as probably one of the biggest incidents in Terrace House history. You know what I mean? I mean, because we kind of witnessed Terrace House history this season. That the Sokka incident is huge. You know what I mean? I don't remember drama being so long and drawn out.
It was
granted,
one of the
we
major
haven't seen Boys and Girls in in Next Door, so we're speaking strictly international Netflix,
right? But I mean, it was one of the major beats of the whole season.
True. It's definitely true.
And she was. I think she, like I said, I think she might have overstayed her welcome, but I'm glad she was there. For what she did provide, the list, the uncrinkling of the notes, everything.
Definitely, Yui had a crazy arc, guys. She had a wild fucking arc.
Yeah, she was honestly, there a long time, man.
I think she stole the show, because think about it.
Yes.
What do you think? It's been a couple weeks now since we've all seen Opening New Doors. I don't know about you guys, but I vividly remember the socks incident, the hand-holding incident, way more than the fact that what even happened to Risako turned down Masao.
Yeah.
Like, I
yeah, no one cares about that anymore. Yeah.
It's like
the minion socks that are going to
man.
stand the test of time.
Yui.
No.
Yeah,
It makes me wonder what would the house have been like without her? Not only on a emotional scale, but also a physical scale. Like, I imagine just dishes everywhere, laundry strewn. Like, she managed to make herself such a cornerstone of whoever's lives were in the house at the moment, just by being like house mom.
Yeah.
With this angelic, innocent face that secretly hid
the demon.
To be
I don't
fair,
want to say the demon.
The yokai. To be fair,
the yokai.
Okay, let's say yokai. Sure.
She came out point blank, was like, "I have a dark side. You'll see." That was one of the first things she said to the whole house. So kudos.
We didn't believe
to that.
her. That
no
little
one believed
girl
her.
being like,
no
"I have
one
a dark
believed her.
side."
I totally agreed. No, I was like, whatever. Your dark side is like you fucking spilled a Cheerio on the floor and didn't clean it up.
Exactly. That's what I was gonna say. A girl like her dark side is like, sometimes I don't do my laundry on Sunday and do it on Monday instead.
Yui.
But no, yeah, this was like some
she had a
deeply
legit dark
seated
side.
Drama into double standard territory, into like finger pointing and chest bang, like just this finger in the chest, like, you did it, not me, I'm not guilty. I don't know.
In a way.
It was a huge mess. But I still shout out to Sana, because Sana's legend.
So is no one going to bring up Ami? I'm just wondering. Is she not in the conversation?
I give props to Ami for being really real, but then that not being well received. Like, I don't think that she should have gotten as much flack as she did. She was just she's just a girl. She's just figuring things out.
Just a girl.
I think with Ami, it's just a poor problem of editing around her. where it's just
Yeah,
there were probably
gonna say.
some good scenes with her. We didn't see them, you know,
Yeah.
so it's kind of hard to say if she's good or not.
It's
Yeah,
a
she's a
reality
victim.
show. It's
She's
a
a victim
reality
of the
show.
editing.
It's a reality show, right? And so you already think in the house, oh, I'm already getting a peek behind the veil. This is what someone's really like. But with her, we got extra scenes where she's not with any of the roommates, but she's with her friends. So it's almost like you're diving down even a deeper level of like, this is truly who you are. And she was particularly harsh, if you remember, when she was with her friends. So I wonder if those scenes contributed to that flack that she was getting too. I wonder about that.
'cause
Because her
it's like
friends
you-
didn't
when
seem
you-
very nice.
When you talk to your friends, you're never like trying to be really considerate of the people that you're talking about. Maybe, I don't know if I'm revealing myself to be a yokai or not here, but like I feel like I just feel like she was real. She was just not trying to portray herself as a certain way to the camera, and it didn't occur to her to be like, oh, I better watch what I'm saying or else people are going to think that I'm rude and awful.
I like that she wasn't sugarcoating stuff. I mean, I'd rather her be herself. But her friends were also particularly, at least from my point of view, they weren't very likable either. I mean, that's where she said the line like, "Oh, he's dead to my world," and then her friends are like, "Yeah, you have a tendency to do that when somebody does something you don't like. You just like write them off like whole cloth." And then
Right,
you can
and
come off
I
a little
think-
harsh.
I definitely think like when you're sitting there talking with your friends or gossiping with your friends, you tend to speak either in an exaggerated way or in like in absolutes when you don't really mean it that way as a way of exaggerating. You know what I mean? Like he's dead in my world. Like, you know.
Yeah, and we got like some other roommates were hanging out with their friends and here and there in fits and starts, but really with Ami, it seemed to kind of delve into another level of her psyche. So who knows?
Yeah.
So for me, probably my best girl of the season would be Aya Matarai.
Your best girl the whole
Anthony.
season.
I think so, yeah, because she came in with like one goal and she didn't make it. And you know what? She dealt with it very well. And I respect her super hard for that.
Yeah, she got dealt a shitty hand, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I found the girl I'm gonna marry. So I think I'm gonna go do that. So
I could see myself having
But really,
kids
you don't
with her.
understand how much I really like her. Let me sit here
Yeah.
and let me force you to sit here and wax
Let me
nostalgic
regale
about
you with
this for-
details as to
You know,
why I love this woman.
Let me rub this in a little.
I want to melt your ice cream and your heart. Let's go.
Yes.
But no, I think she dealt with it really well. And, you know, she was recovering. She was trying, and she tried to go for the next guy in the house. It's just unfortunate that it was Soda. Fucking Soda. But, you know, she did really well. She always had this cheerful attitude about her that I really kind of admired. She felt like the kind of person who, like, even if she was sad, she would do what she can to make the house feel a little more cheery.
Mm.
She seemed positive most of the time, and that tan game was strong. She worked at a tanning salon, right? With her
No.
family. No?
No.
No. Wasn't it
Family
a
owned
restaurant?
A yakiniku place, I'm pretty
Okay.
sure.
Oh, weird. I thought it was like a
But-
tanning salon.
I mean, she tanned a lot. We watched a whole clip of like her and I forget who tanning.
Maya.
Maya.
Was it Maya?
Yeah, it was Maya.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
because she brought up how big Maya's boobs were. That's right.
That's the thing. She got along with everyone.
Yeah.
Just not as well as she wanted to with Taka.
And I would even argue she did get along well with Taka. Like if
yeah.
she wasn't trying to bone down with him, I feel like they just would have been pretty good friends.
She suffered the same fate as Mayu. Go figure. I mean, she just was way too upfront, I guess. You know, way too. There wasn't a mystery there, I think, to pique Taka's interest. She was just like, "Oh, I'm so nervous to eat next to someone I like so much."
Yeah, it was a bit much. But I think kind of glossing across the board here, we've been talking about the best girl for about 20 minutes, 25 minutes now. I'm getting some strong senses for Yui.
It's weird on what definition I want to go on. Like, I'm glad she was there for the same reasons I'm glad Mayu was there. But my BFF would be Tsubasa. So I'm going to vote Tsubasa.
Everyone's. And maybe I shouldn't speak for everyone, but I feel like as far as like someone you would want to befriend and hang out with, like, yeah, that's Tsubasa.
Yeah, I'm on Jack's team on this.
Cool. I still like Aya, but I like Tsubasa too. Tsubasa is pretty great and a refreshing person to see on Terrace House. Period.
Refreshing.
We barely talked though about Risako. We barely talked about her. All I want to say, I want to ask, I kind of look in 2020 hindsight. I kind of look back and like her nerves and like how excited and giddy she was. I kind of feel like she was feeling. Was his name Shono, the lead singer?
Shohei?
What? For Gesu no Kiwami?
Yeah, the lead singer. What was his name?
Enon?
Enon. Thank you. Yeah, I kind of feel like she was like crushing on him a little bit. Now that I can like digest and link back, I kind of think that she was hoping that would have turned into a date.
Meeting a celebrity, like you're gonna be like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah, I mean, he's
my
like
gosh.
a big celebrity there. You have to keep in mind. He's the front man to a pretty big rock band.
Right. I'm saying, hey, all those things are true. I'm kind of thinking she was like not trying to not be in the friend zone there. I guess is all I'm saying.
I wouldn't put too much stock in that because I mean, if I had, you know, if the lead singer of Paramore, if Hayley Williams told me like, hey, I want to have dinner with you to talk about this magazine thing, like I'd be really nervous because she's like the front woman to a really popular band here. And it wouldn't even be about like, I want to date you or anything.
Yeah.
I would
just want to
glisten
know
with
if you guys
sweat too.
I just want to know if you guys thought that maybe she was interested in him as beyond friends or not. That's really all I wanted to know.
Right. I think the only reason that happened was because, I mean, this is dumb. Well, I mean, yeah, it was because of the show, right? But like, I don't think it would have happened otherwise if Risako wasn't on the show with Masao. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think he would have. Yeah, like.
No, it was helping out the show / his buddy.
Right. Exactly.
Yo,
I think the
get the girl from that girdle box, man.
Yeah.
We need her in this magazine.
Yeah, but I'd have to guess the furthest thing from Risako's mind is like she's trying to get with this dude.
Yeah, I mean, and do consider too, the scandal he was in for a while was all based on him cheating.
That's a pretty big scandal.
Yeah, that's not a great
Nihon
look.
Day.
But
No,
it didn't,
not at all.
It didn't stop Yui. Anyway,
I like
let's
Risako.
I think gear over to best boy now. We've been spending quite a lot of time on the girls.
Cracking some cold ones with
Boys.
the boys.
The boys.
Guys, we can all just call this an early day, dust our hands off.
You're right. It's Aya.
It's Soda. It's Soda. We can just stop right now. Soda's the best guy in the whole
What is
house.
happening here?
Okay.
I thought I knew you guys. Like,
No, wait, you're
I thought
right.
it was
It's
just gonna.
It's Noah. You're right. I'm sorry.
No, Masao.
But a real talk though, if we're gonna stick with the trend of like person you liked watching on the show and person you'd want to be friends with, I would have to go for most entertaining. Soda's up there. It's between Soda and Masao for me for most entertaining.
Oh, for me, it's Soda in the main show, Shunsuke in the After the House clip.
Shunsuke, the real Shunsuke.
Yeah,
I haven't
He's
seen all of them,
great.
so I can't claim to pick one for
I
after the
think
house. But yeah,
we've seen all of them with Shunsuke in it, at least. So like, you know what he's
Yeah,
Yeah, we saw the extra clips and all that.
yeah. Oh man,
But yeah, so I mean, Sota, like, how many shows did we bring up divorced with a kid? You know what I mean?
He gave us a lot of material to work with.
I hope
for this
someone got him
podcast.
I hope
Thank you, sincerely, Sota.
I hope someone got him a bumper sticker that says "I'm divorced and have a
Hey,
kid."
I'm divorced with a kid.
I just want to say he's the gift that keeps on giving. Because after we got sick and tired of the
Yes.
divorced and have a kid thing, he was like, "There's a spot open. I need to go pick up glasses, and I have an opening here. If you would like to submit your resume to join me on this excursion."
Yeah, it's like he might as well have been sitting in one of those executive chairs and then like turned around and greeted. What was it, Risako?
Yeah, Risako.
Risako as she walked in and be like, "I've been expecting you. I have an opportunity."
Yeah, and even better, even after he leaves, he continues to give us gifts because he drops a fucking hot single.
Fucking mixtape, man, a diss track.
What
He drops a diss track, dude. I mean, wow, what mileage? He's cost effective, as they say.
He's a gift that keeps on giving. He's one of those people that, I'm sorry to say this, is kind of fun to hate.
Oh, so fun. So fun.
Yeah, I think toward the end here, especially with this last episode that we did with the like the
Extra clips.
the extra clips, yeah. The Another Terrace. I liked him better as like a person. I was like, oh, he's not this caricature of arrogance and obliviousness to social standards. Like he's a person. But simultaneously it's like I at least on the scale of like hanging out, I would never want to be near this man. I don't want to hear about his divorce. I don't want to hear about his glasses and his overalls.
You know it's coming. You know it's coming though.
Nah, dude, I'd totally have dinner with Soda because one, I'm a good listener anyway, and I just want to like see where he goes without any prompting. Like, I just want to say, tell me about yourself.
Why couldn't
see where
You
that
know
goes.
what it'd start with then.
Why couldn't he be in the house with Yudai at the same time? Why not?
Yo.
Oh my god, dude, that would have been. Oh my god,
The
dude,
girls would have been pulling their fucking hair out. Dude.
well, yeah, but also I feel like Soda would have been really facetious toward him, like just cracking jokes left and right, or like making fun of Yudai.
Totally see Soda. No, I think honestly, if Soda were in the house at the same time as Yudai, we'd all like Soda a lot more because Soda does pull a lot of jokes. You know, he pulls the whole like when someone rang the doorbell, he's like, "Oh, is that the pizza? Someone ordered pizza." So I feel like Soda would make a ton of jokes at Yudai's expense. Like, there's an opening to go pick out my new glasses, and I was wondering if one of your pandas could come with me. I just need them for protection and emotional support.
There you go.
Hey, so are you? Hey, Yudai, are you doing anything right now? No. Hey, can you go check if Yuchan or Sachan is free? I need to borrow one of them.
See, I like. Okay, I'm going to say the obvious here. Wada-san, Masao is the coolest dude on so many levels. He's very talented. He's extremely talented, multi-talented. He's a great cook, great musician, great person overall. But I feel like as a friend, it would get annoying to me where all he talks about is how much he wants to be abused by girls. And how much
Does he talk about that a lot?
He brings it up a lot, like to Io in the bedroom and stuff. Like all he really said when he talks about girls, he's like, "Oh, her lips are so plump," or he's like just fawning over and over again. And then he's like, "Oh, I want them to say bad things to me." Like I honestly think that stuff would get grating to me. So I love that guy on so many levels, but I don't know if I could be like true like kind of friends with him. I wonder. So I don't know. I don't know if I could personally give him my favorite guy in the house, but I do. Man, there's a lot about him I like.
Here's where I stand with Masao. I think he'd be a cool guy to be friends with. I think he'd be fun to get drinks with for the night.
Yeah,
he'd be cool to hang out with. Cool to do pretty much like anything friends would do, right? Like play board games, go to amusement parks, whatever. And I do not fault him for the whole I like girls to make fun of me and all that because no kink shaming, as I have always said and will continue to say.
Don't yuck anyone's yum.
You are very ardent on that point. Yes, you are.
No,
if that's his kink, that's his kink. I can't do anything about it, and neither can you. So why make fun of him for it?
Well, a kink is a kink is a kink, and
I'm not making fun of him.
That's what I'm defending you, Jack. I'm defending you.
Okay, thank you. I'm just saying I said it would be annoying. That's different than making fun of him. I'm not shaming
exactly. Yeah, exactly. Jack's trying to say that like it's just that he brings it up so much.
Yeah,
well,
it's like yeah.
I'm not going to kink shame, but the one thing I do have an issue. The one thing I do have an issue with Masao is I don't think I could emphatically say he's a good person because of his history of how he has. I was going to say dated women, but it's more like chased women.
It's problematic.
No, that sounds like he's a Casanova too, doesn't it? But the way he dates them, it's like he kind of hounds them down and is like, "Hey, you gonna date me this week?" No, okay, I'll ask you again next week.
It's pretty shady.
He has kind of an overall unhealthy look, or kind of unhealthy attitude towards relationships. It seems like, which is why he doesn't really have many long-term ones to speak of.
Yeah, I mean that's just really iffy to me. Where it's like he's definitely not getting the hint of a no, I'm not interested in dating you. And it reinforces that kind of annoying macho man stereotype of like, you've got to win the girl. You've got to do everything you can to win her so she's yours. Like, no.
That's weird.
That's not how it works.
Is people we're talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what, though? I mean, yeah, I agree with you, Robert, that, he'd be a cool friend to hang out with, definitely go get beers, do whatever. But I feel like all those things can be said about Taka, and Taka doesn't really come with all that butt stuff, that baggage stuff.
So are we bringing up Takayuki Nakamura right now?
We got to, because he's a cool cat.
Dude, Taka is my fucking dude, and out of everyone that's been in the house, he would be the person that I would want to hang out on a daily basis with.
I can see that.
The thing is that like We had such a positive opinion of Taka throughout opening new tours, like right up until the whole thing with Aya happened, which definitely was not a good call on his point. Like, he was totally oblivious to
Definitely.
how to properly go about that. Like, admittedly, he was coming from a good place. He talked with Sena and was like, she was like, you need to shut this down because she really thinks that this is going in one direction and you need to make it clear that it's not. And he thought that's what he was doing.
Fucking clear.
He did.
Drove it to
Admittedly,
the ground.
just not in a
crystal.
very considerate way.
Yeah, I was just, I was thinking too, it's like, if we're talking to like being friends with the guy, you ride with your friends through the highs, you ride with them through the lows. Taka had some lows, man. The Ami era where he was going through the whole thing where he shaved his mustache.
Yeah, that was another bad part too. Yeah.
He just went a little too far with it, and it's like, dude, I hate to see you fall like this, my man. Like, and then after it was over, it's like, okay, we have Taka back. And then the whole Aya thing happens, and I'm like, I'm with you up until the point you're telling her that, like, I'm gonna marry this girl. I'm like, dude, you need to slow the fuck down. You need to chill out.
He was a little too like lovesick, I feel like, in that moment to really realize what he was saying wasn't cool.
Yeah, he was very one-track mind in that instance.
Yeah.
It's funny because then that was a totally inconsiderate thing for him to do, but then immediately the next thing he did, like before he was about to leave, he cleaned the whole house, he scrubbed the tub, he I was about to say vacuumed, he mowed the lawn.
Or vacuumed it,
Or vacuumed it,
Hey, do both.
verbiage, whatever. I mean, he cleaned the house. He was always a very, very considerate person.
Mature.
Definitely.
Dependable.
But I mean, granted,
reliable.
so those mistakes that happened, I mean, getting lost in love and blah blah blah. But I think Taka would still make for a really good friend. I feel like he's a very loyal friend.
He's one of my favorites. I haven't reached a verdict yet personally, but he's high up there on my list. Now, interesting, we're not talking about Shion as much, and I can't help but wonder if it's because of the breakup. I wonder if that just damaged Shion's stock.
So can I start with an unpopular opinion?
Yes.
Do it.
I don't think I liked Shion that much while watching the show anyway. My favorite thing about him is that he has the how to say this? He has the self-confidence and the free time to build an igloo just for him in the backyard. That just happens to be big enough. Yeah, it happens to be big enough for like a few more people. Yeah. And I think that's really cool. I mean, I don't think there are that many people who, like, even if they had that amount of free time, they would just be like, I'm going to build an igloo.
I'm going to build an igloo.
And he took his time. Remember, he said he spent like 8 hours doing it because he would put a layer of snow down and then go get water. But he did it right.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm just saying, this is a man who spent a whole work day building an igloo. That he can build you a house is what I'm telling you, right? He's a great guy.
With bare hands.
Yeah. But I consistently felt like I could not read his intentions in general. Like, he joined the house saying, hey, I'm here to make people swoon over me because I am a 6-foot Hafu model, right? And then he chases after Tsubasa, which people were at first a little bit like, oh, that's an odd choice, but I respect it. Let's see where it goes. But then there was just this really long period of like, will they, won't they? And not in a like Ross and Rachel way, but in a, is Shion looking for friendship or for more than that? Like, even Tsubasa herself said, I couldn't tell until the moment he actually explicitly said, I like you.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think he was very sure himself. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't until she got him that gift that he was like actually considering it.
I mean, I would still hang out with Shion, though. Shion seems like a real fun guy. I remember this is, throwback to fucking Tiny Disc days when we were trying to come up with a screenshot for it. We all immediately knew it had to be that face Shion made when he gave, I think it was Tsubasa the side eye.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
Because they were like, oh, why don't you bathe together? Who said that?
It was Yudai asking, like, why don't you guys bathe naked together? And then he just gives her that look. And he's like, I mean, I don't know.
I mean, if you,
he was funny.
That was
really funny.
That was a
he
look
had
of
another
a crush.
He had another scene too where it was like he and Ami went to the grocery store and they took pictures of each other sniffing onions.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yes.
Yeah, I think Shion would be very fun to hang out with. He seems like a guy who has a great sense of humor and knows how to chime in when and make that humor land. You know,
definitely. I just don't feel like he got enough moments on the show like by himself. You know what I mean? Because Shion is so closely associated with the Shubasa thing now. Do you know what I mean? Because that was just such a huge part of his arc that like singling him out as someone on the show is just like, I don't think he had as many moments. I don't think he was quite as entertaining. And he had his moments with the jokes and blah blah blah, but otherwise.
I think I've decided, guys, in this time, hearing this interesting. Some of these names have not really come up even one time yet, and so I just want to touch on them briefly. I think Shohei, for obvious reasons, I don't even need to state right now, is pretty much disqualified from being best guy in the house. Noah is probably my least liked guy.
Oh.
Overall, my least even more than Yudai or Soda, because I just don't feel like Noah delivered much value other than being an object there for the girls to fight over, backhandedly. So I don't really like Noah. That goes without saying. Kaido's not really coming up for whatever reason, and Io has not been mentioned really even one time. And so I think my final verdict, and we'll go around the table here, but I think the guy who I'd want to be friends with more than anyone in a huge upset here, because if you asked me 20 minutes ago, I probably would have said Wada-san. But I think after talking about it and thinking about it now, I think it's Taka. I think he would be the dude I want to be BFFs with. And I think the person who I value the most out of all the guys here being in Terrace House is Yudai. I think because he's the worst guy ever. But man, his moments were different than the Soda moments. They were just a whole different level of cringe. The terrible dates, the terrible things he would say, the things he would claim, the way he went out to interviews, just the whole kit and caboodle. He couldn't drive. At least Soda drove people around. You know?
He asked people am I your chauffeur?
Yeah. So I think Yudai is my favorite guy, but Taka is the one that I'd want to be friends with the most in a huge upset.
I don't think so. Outside of the whole Sokka incident and the occasional heated date with Risako, I don't think Io did too much. He is oh, I'm a retired soccer player, and he kind of just lounged around the house for a good while. Then he ended up being the
lot of lounging.
A lot of lounging.
He was probably depressed. Yeah, coming out of that transition.
That could have been part of it. That definitely could have been part of it.
That's tough, man.
It's true. It's probably rough. And honestly, he really didn't talk about it all that much.
No.
I mean, think about it. This guy has soccer is all he's known since he was 3. And then it got taken away from him at the age of 22. Yes. So, I mean, that's 18 years of your life that could feel completely wasted.
And he didn't have a good run either. He doesn't really have great memories of being on that soccer team, right? They never passed him the ball. He just rode the pine most of the time. It wasn't sad to say, it doesn't sound like it's going to be a happy memory. I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah. I mean, it was just kind of unfortunate, but at the same time, Io just didn't do much throughout the house, and I feel like they could have been more justified if he talked about what was going through his head a little bit more. You know what I mean? That way, we got more insight into what was going on with him. Because it could have been, if in the off chance it was he was depressed or something like that, it could have been an interesting look at that sort of side of Terrace House. I mean, it's up to the producers at the end of the day, but I feel like they could have did a little bit more with him.
Because he was otherwise pretty forthcoming. I mean, he was pretty straight up with, hey, I cheated on my last girlfriend,
right,
etc. So I wanted to know what was going. I wish I knew him better. I feel like I didn't get to know Io very much.
Yeah, we didn't really know Io, and then after he gets the personal trainer thing, then we get into the sock incident, and then all of a sudden he's just associated with dating Yui.
I mean, I think we're overlooking the fact that he seems like a pretty smart guy who can help other people get through school. I hear he helped Yui graduate, which is great for him. It's a huge accomplishment.
Oh my god. That took me a minute. I hate you. I'm going back to accents for that.
Good, thank you. I live in this hell.
I am dying.
Yeah, I think for me, Io just doesn't. He's not even close to the top. What I do want to touch on though with your pick of Yudai, Jack, I think for me in the whole idea of the guy that I had the most fun watching probably would go with Soda, only because with Yudai, yeah, I'll admit it's a lot more fun, I think, to laugh at Yudai, but every chortle, every chuckle for me is followed with a hint of, oh, but he's not going to learn. He's not going to get any better, and he's not going to function in society properly because he is a 19-year-old with $200 to his name and still thinks, I'll buy Gucci on daddy's bank account.
Like he's
It's
going to the
that
mall
moment.
with $20. Yeah, don't worry, I got the credit card. Oh God.
Yeah. Whereas with Soda, even though he can be a little socially weird, I don't get the sense of like he can't function in society on his own.
No, he has for a while.
Yes.
Oh, Soda's gonna be fine. He's gonna be fine. Yudai is like question marks here. I mean, he got publicly
Exactly.
shamed. He was on the show, so that's already public. But he was in public when his mom was berating him, when his ex-girlfriend was berating him. It's like, what is going on here? Oh my gosh.
I mean, I did feel it when like both Taka and Shion at one point like cried over like he's just not gonna learn.
He
We
made
can't
two
do
dudes
anything
cry.
more from him. We can't
He
help
brought them
him.
to tears. Oh my
It's so
God.
frustrating.
Yeah, it's terrible, and not to mention he went as far as post his time in the house. He went as far as messaging Yui on Instagram and trying to get a piece,
I thought it was online.
Really?
or what? Or maybe it was online. I
Yeah.
thought he DM'd her on Instagram.
Yeah,
She
they
got
DM'd her. That,
He got
Yeah.
like
Oh
her
my
number from
gosh, the
somewhere.
saga continues. He's like, "Hey, girl, I got
Yeah,
a
girl.
IKEA what are they called? Panda bear right over here for you to cuddle."
Dude,
up.
all I'm saying is, dude, anyone who runs a business and watches him on Terrace House, there's no way in hell he's getting hired.
Nope.
You know what I mean?
But somehow he did.
yeah.
He actually did get hired at like another kitchen in Tokyo somewhere, I think, based on
oh,
his
that's
Instagram.
right.
So,
Yeah.
Robert, were you in the middle of picking your faves?
I think for me, my faves come down to, I mean, Taka's up there. Taka's such a great guy, except for when he's turning you down. That can get very rough.
He's
And I would
lifelong
never-
boys of Shohei. Lifelong boys. Ride or die.
I mean, I also do kind of like that bromance. As much as Shohei is a little bit iffy, like I do like how much Taka is a ride or die kind of guy. He's very loyal. But I'm kind of torn right now between Shunsuke and Kaito. All right, and I don't think they've received that much love here, so I'm going to kind of wax poetic.
Shunsuke
here
is
for
your
a second.
favorite guy on the whole season.
Shunsuke because of those extra clips. If we're talking only the canon of Terrace House opening you doors on Netflix, episodes 1 through 49, then no. But if we're factoring in the extra clips, like this is a man who openly admits, hey, I've worn I've worn Noah's underwear. And when-
That's new to me.
yeah, and when Noah didn't notice, like it didn't matter to him, and then he kept begging for more. I don't know, man. Shinsuke's such a weird guy, and I love that about him.
He's
just
super
like
Yes.
weird.
he's not
one of the
afraid.
he's one of the quirkiest guys. you
Yeah,
had
and-
on Terrace House.
He
Don't forget the
remember him-
bathroom revelation, too.
Yeah, and all that too. I think he's one of the funniest guys on Terrace House. It's just that we didn't see him be funny on Terrace House.
See, I
That
feel like
makes sense.
I feel like the foot moment was more a Kaido moment.
It was, yes.
Yeah.
And that's a good segue into Kaito. I just like him because he's Guy. He is Guy Sato too. And he's he's just there, man. He doesn't like to get into drama. He says things like, "What's up?" And he stares directly into the soul of you through the camera. Like,
Yeah, the way he stares at the camera is always
he
going
had
to be
some
good.
issues at
Dude,
first.
he's
with
just so
the
he's
camera.
so wholesome, and he's just doing his thing. You know?
Yeah.
Best dressed.
But Robert, he dabbed.
he dabbed.
Twice.
That's fine. Yeah, here's the thing. I actually like that he dabbed twice. You know why? Because he was being true to himself.
Okay.
No.
This is a representation of his soul in this dab.
See, I'm scared now. Now I feel like the dab is going to get points with Daily now for Kaido.
All I'm saying is he has enough self-respect where he's like, I'm not going to pretend to be another person just because I'm on TV. I'm going to be who I am. I will shame myself by dabbing on my birthday twice on live TV.
Damn. Well, I will say though, like this kind of, I don't know if shameful is the right word, but it is kind of shameful that we didn't get more of Kaito, because towards the end, especially towards the end of the series, Kaito was basically gone in a lot of the episodes. Like they just didn't show him really at
I
all.
mean, it was just one dimensional for me. I mean, skating and kissing on Maya sometimes.
I don't know. I just like that he was carefree. He was the most free-spirited of everyone in the house in the entire roster, I think. And I
He gave
really
the less
admire that.
fucks, yeah.
I admire that.
He gave
about him.
the
He was
fewest
definitely
fucks.
the least problematic. There was no problem ever caused by Kaito other than
and
our
he-
confusion with, are you watching 13 Reasons Why, or are you watching something about dragons?
Yeah, I mean, what I do like though, he did seal the deal. He did get a Tetris Bang too. Electric
Did they
Boogaloo.
seal the deal, or they just made out?
Boogaloo.
Oh come on, come on.
You think in the house?
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
Or a hotel.
Wow.
I mean, come on.
I don't know. I never got that, but okay. Wow. Cool. All right. So is that your pick? Are you dialing it in?
Sure, yeah.
Recap.
Kaito or Shunsuke? Shunsuke if we're factoring in the extra clips. Kaito if we're not.
Okay. Who's next?
I'm gonna go. I think Taka. Taka
Yes.
is my overall.
That's the right one.
Yeah. Daily.
It's hard. I could talk to Shion about Harry Potter, but I only know that because of the ASMR
Yeah.
thing.
Did you listen to that whole thing?
No,
You should.
he did. He had some. It was cool though, because he was like, "Yeah, we'll just watch all the movies sometime," and I'm like, "Okay,
Thanks.
cool. Why are we whispering?" But yeah, it's because I never laughed more than I did when watching another Terrace. Like anytime that Shunsuke was on screen, I loved his laugh. I loved the weird faces that he made.
Yeah.
But that wasn't the Shunsuke that we knew on the show, unfortunately. So I'm kind of having that problem where I would hang out with Taka. I would probably more want to hang out with Shunsuke, knowing what I know from the bonus material. And absolute most entertaining character, though, I gotta say Noah.
Ooh.
What the
Because
fuck?
I hated him. I didn't. Hate is a very strong word. He stood for a lot of the things that I dislike, like the way that he was like, I'm here to study to become a pilot. Studied maybe once that we knew of. And then the whole thing with Yui, and then the whole secret thing with Sana. Like, that was a very entertaining arc for me to watch. So
don't forget,
thank
though,
you
he-
for the dramas.
He is a hard worker because remember, during one of his shifts, he decided to play basketball instead of go to work.
Yes.
See, the reason I listen, I hate Udai for reasons. I hate Soda, obviously, for reasons. But the reasons I hate Noah are because he's a complete piece of shit person. Like, it's a different kind of hate. Like, it's kind of like, he's dead to my world. Like, I don't want to reward him with anything. 'Cause
Yeah,
he
like,
kinda
I
just
don't have
sucks.
sympathy for him whatsoever. And that's why it's been entertaining to watch him, because I don't feel bad like I do for Udai or for Soda. Like, I don't feel bad for Noah at all. So I can happily watch him fuck up and not feel bad.
I wonder if
Hey,
and he almost never fucked up in a way because he was always like looking out for number one. I can't really think of any time Noah really took an L. He always seemed to have like the upper hand in every situation. And if he's skipping work, it's because fuck you. That's why. You know, he had a real fuck you kind of attitude and it just made him so fucking. Oh, just want to punch him
Yeah,
in the face.
he was always making excuses for himself. It seemed like.
He doesn't
all
give a
the
fuck.
time.
And he's a
Hate
he's a
that.
trust fund kid.
I hate that.
Trust fund kid. I wonder if his parents are really going to stick to it and say, you know, no, you have to earn your own way. Fuck you, you're not getting any of this Skymark money. Or if he's just like, who cares? Whatever I do, I'm rich now. Fuck everybody. Like I could see him having that attitude. That's kind of how he lives his
Papa no
life.
kado.
Hey Noah, if you're listening to the show, we'd love to have you on. We'd love to chat. You know, enjoy you as a guest. for the
I
show.
thought you were gonna say, "Hey,
be great.
Noah, fuck you."
Yeah.
That's not the way the chat's going to go, but maybe that's the way the chat's going to end.
I don't even know if he
Oh,
speaks
no.
English, but I would like to talk to that guy.
I know his dad is Austrian, right? Or one of his parents is
Oh, yeah,
Austrian.
that's
Yeah.
right.
He's Hafu. Not that Austrians inherently speak English, but you know,
No.
If I could punch
possible.
anyone in the face, it'd be Noah, I think.
he's what Gefeifenstitz or whatever.
Yeah, I was thinking,
Colin?
yeah.
And backpfeifengesicht.
Yep.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's the
There
word.
it
Well, yeah, the whole thing with Noah is Schadenfreude.
Schadenfreude.
Schadenfreude? Schadenfreude? I don't
Dude,
know.
you're
how to-
German.
Wait, did I explain to you backpfeifengesicht, Daily?
No.
Oh,
Backpfeifengesicht is basically German for someone with a punchable face.
Ah,
and I love that.
beautiful.
yeah.
I love those German words like Schadenfreude. however it is, Schadenfreude. Schadenfreude, where it's just like you just enjoy watching someone else's misery.
Same.
Well, the
That's
way it
my
was
life.
explained to me was that not only is it a punchable face, but the most punchable face.
in the whole room.
That's gotta be Noah for me for sure.
Do we-
That's
So,
why
that
I'm
make-
thankful for his time on Terrace House.
Okay. I think that covers everyone, right? For the boys.
Yeah, we
I
all went around, right?
Hi.
Yeah?
I was going to gear this conversation toward talking about our favorite generation, I guess.
Lightning round.
of
Lightning
opening
round.
your doors. No. I think we can save that for another day. It's
Oh.
we've been going for an hour.
Oh.
All right.
I think we made a lot of good points, though, guys. I mean, we covered everyone, pretty much, everyone in the house. So I think if there was an argument to be made for anyone, I think we presented them.
Except Maya. I think we didn't talk about Maya at all, but
Oh, yeah. We
Maya's
talked about her in
just-
passing, but
I like Maya.
yeah.
She's fine. I'm very glad the Twitter poll that we had the other day, which you can follow us at Tadaima Pod on Twitter.
Plug.
There was a conversation we had about like, was Yui right in saying that she's like very bipolar seeming? Like sometimes she's super happy, sometimes she's super wants to be alone. And it was just like, that's just, Yui's just trying to make a problem. Yui made it a problem. Tanaka. Is that her last name?
Yep. Yeah, you can
Yep.
listen
Yeah,
to
and
our
it's
last
like-
episode for that.
even though she was stating it was a problem, she couldn't like really follow through and explain herself.
Maya's the kind of unpredictable that really is off-putting to me. It's like you don't know how to talk to her anytime, any point of the day. She could be one,
That's fair.
hot or cold, and I don't know.
Yes and no, in or
Yeah,
out,
I just
up and
can't.
down.
But the Twitter
And-
poll was like, that's just feelings versus like being crazy.
I don't know. I wasn't there. The way it's described, though, it seems unstable from Yui and Risako's description. It seems
Yeah.
like concerning.
Do we trust Yui though?
Don't know.
I say, so let's table our discussion about the best cast in opening your doors. If you want us to drop that episode, let us know. Shout it out in the comments below. We're excited to talk about that. And if you guys really want to hear about it, we'll make it more of a priority. Otherwise, we have.
and it doesn't
big-
have to be. It doesn't have to be its own episode either. It could be something, just a topic too.
And we have some big news regarding a certain special contest. Jack, if you want to drum roll, please.
Oh yeah, we got a winner. Thank you for everyone that left a review on iTunes, and the winner is at Stanzarelli on Twitter. Congratulations, you are the recipient of a $100 Amazon gift card, and we will reach out to you and get in touch. So thank you again to everyone that entered and left a review on iTunes. We appreciate you so much, and we will keep you abreast of any new contests that we might run in the future.
Congratulations.
Oh God!
No.
What's happening? Oh my
no
god.
dubstep. No dubstep.
Accidental dubstep.
Hey,
Leg!
if you enjoyed the show, Colin, can you just kind of keep doing that like in the background as we do this end
every
roll?
night.
Just like, could you?
My leg! My leg!
Yeah, if you really enjoyed this show, please tell a friend, spread the word, and invite more people into the Tadaima clan. We want to build this group up. We want to talk about Terrace House with as many people as we can, and we'd love for you to help us out in spreading the word. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let us know who your best boy or best girls are. And you can tell us those things at questions@terracehousepodcast.com. You can catch us with another episode next Tuesday, and we'll see you then. This has been Tadaima. Thanks for listening. Itakimasu!
You can email us at questions@terracehousepodcast.com, follow us on Instagram at Tadaimagram, on Twitter at TadaimaPod, and check us out on Facebook and YouTube at Tadaima, a Terrace House podcast.